Thanks for tuning in today. This is Rick Sabino here with the Lucid Boxing Association. We got a special guest with us, Mr. Keys. Mr. Keys is one of our main fighters here in the LBA. He's got a fight coming up against a pretty good contender, if I do say so myself, Mr. Flames. Mr. Keys here, I just want to get your input on a few questions about this up-and-coming fight. First and foremost, how are you feeling?
Listen, man, I'm happy to be here. This is a special event for me, get my second pay-per-view under my belt. It's going to be easy peasy. Some would say lemon squeezy. But, I'm looking forward to it, Rick. Thanks for having me here.
Okay, yeah, not a problem. I do want to kind of deep dive into your contender now, Mr. Flames. I mean, you had to admit that last fight that he had, that last round, he just that haymaker punch that he has. He's got a solid right hook. Do you have prepared anything for that on the up and coming fight?
I'm going to be honest, Rick. I don't know much about my opponent. The lines kind of get blurred with these guys. They're all kind of the same, down the line. When you get to this level, I mean, it's not what you expect. It gets too easy at some point. And I'm not worried about anybody's right hook because they got a left one coming right back at them.
All right, that's a solid answer. If you could say between you two guys, do you feel pretty confident about this fight? You feel like you could take home the bread for your gym?
Rick, I'm always confident, but you know what they say, anything can happen in a fight. I give him the benefit of the doubt, a puncher's chance, but nothing more than that.
That's some solid stuff right there. Take us through your routine on any preparation for this fight. You have any routine that
I'd be happy to tell you, Rick.
All
so
right.
I wake up, smoke a little bit of weed, go to the bar, get a little drunk, go run some errands, smoke a little bit more weed, then go to bed. And that's how I'm whipping ass out here, Rick.
No regimen, just
it's in my loins. I'm built like that. It's in me. It ain't on me.
Said he's in it's his genetics. I like it.
And everybody better watch the fuck out. I'm in my prime.
That I couldn't agree more. I mean, if you took a look at those highlights from the last fight, and if you were there, you were there. You know what I mean? But that backflip that you did on stage was phenomenal. I mean, you got to have some agility.
Listen, man, we got the best group of people around us. We got the best gear in town. And, these boxing shoes, they'll let you do things that you don't think you'd be able to do. So I'm going to showcase my abilities to the fans, and I'm going to give them the fight that they paid for.
Got one final question for you, Mr. Keys, and I think it's something that everybody's going to be asking. Where are they going to put their money? They're going to put it on you? They're going to put it on Mr. Flames here in the next up-and-coming fight?
Hey, man, one thing about me is I put my money where my mouth is, and I put my fist where they mouth is. So you know who to bet on.
All right. Well, do you have anything that you want to say to your fans?
I want to say I love the kids. No diddy. Weed's good for you. And you can be just like me if you get some money.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't think I have any more questions. I'm excited to see what you can bring to the table and showcasing your talents on the up-and-coming fight tomorrow with Mr. Flames. Both undefeated in the LBA, so this should be a very good fight. You already got one main card under your belt. I mean, this is going to be Mr. Flames' first main card. You think he's going to be a little nervous?
No. He'll do just fine. He'll be nice and prime and ready. I want him at his full capacity. I don't want no excuses at the end.
All right. Well, that's all I have for everybody today, Mr. Keith. Thank you for stopping by and having this interview. The first interview of Lucid Boxing Association. This is Rick Sabino signing off. Thank you. Hey, everybody. This is Rick Sabino here with the Lucid Boxing Association. This is a very special moment in the LBA. We got two up-and-coming fighters. One, experienced fighter here, Mr. A.T. Ross. A special guest with our announcer of the show, Mr. Wretch. Mr. Wretch Worth. How you doing today, Wretch?
I'm doing great, mate. I'm very excited for LBA 2. I think it's going to be an unbelievable spectacle. We've got great fighters on the card. And funnily enough, we have two exciting fighters in front of us right now. AT, Ross, and Donnie Pax.
What's
Perfect.
going on?
Now, fellas, we're gonna ask you guys a couple of questions here. First and foremost, Donnie Pax, how are you doing today?
Good. Thanks, Rick. Thanks for having me.
Now, Donnie, this is your first fight, and you're going up against a strong opponent, AT Ross. Now, what do you think about that? Do you think you have what it takes to, put this one in the bag?
Well, Rick, I'm just going to get in there, do what I train to do, stick and move, use my cardio, my conditioning to the best. Me and AT go way back, so it's going to be a tough one, but sometimes you got to let them know where you come from.
Donnie, you say you go way back. What do you mean go way back? Are you friends or foes? Like, what's the history there?
Oh, no, I've known AT for some time now. Worked down at the tuner shop for a while, down at Midnight Club. Consider him one of my closest friends in the city, so it's going to be a bittersweet symphony.
Oh, okay. So there is history there.
What do you think about that, AT? Is it friends or foes?
Sorry, can you come again?
With what Donnie, with what Donnie Pax just said, friend or foe, what's your take on that?
Well, me and Donnie, as he said, we go way back. Me and Donnie used to go to elementary school together. Me and him actually used to share each other lunch and shit. I used to buy him the mac and cheese bowl and stuff back in high school too. First year of college, me and him actually dated the same chick. Funny fact. But I mean, honestly, when it comes down to it, when it comes down into that ring, I don't know no family, I don't know no blood, and he know that real good, In that ring, I just know me, myself, and I, bro. I got my eyes on the prize. It's the championship belt. So, outside the ring, I love him. It's all love, but inside the ring, it's death, And he know that real well. That's why you can see he been training and stuff,
And Donnie, are you ready for that type of heat? Because AT is going to come out, and as we saw from his last fight, he comes out swinging, and this man is ready to do damage. So, are you ready? Are you ready for that type of heat, that type of fire that's going to come out?
Hell yeah, brother. Once we get in there, it's dog eat dog. Last man standing. I'm going to put in the work. I've been putting in the work, and it's going to show when it comes fight night.
Okay. Now, going back on that last fight, AT, what can you say about that? Let's take a deep dive on that. Reg was there. Reg, before AT Ross answers, everybody wants to know was it the jitters? Was it with the technicalities from that last fight? What do you think, Reg, before AT answers here? What do you think what was going on during that fight?
If I'm speaking honestly, AT, I feel like he came out like a bat out of hell. First fight at LBA, he came out swinging. I think potentially his he worked himself up in the fight. He got overconfident with his swings. He went in with there was a couple of illegal blows, and yeah, we had to put the fight as a no contest. But leading on from that, I'd like to ask AT, how do you feel with the first fight? Do you feel like you have something to prove now, that you can follow a fight through without a no contest and put in the work?
See that answer right there, folks? That's the media trained answer. But I'm gonna tell y'all what really went down that night. They saw a black boy do what they never thought a black boy would do in that ring, and they said, "Hell nah, we giving him a no contest just so he don't get all that bag." But guess what? I'm back, and I'm getting more than just that bag. That fight was 100% legal. I put my opponent in his place. My opponent was doing worse shit than I was doing. He was hitting me back of the head, hit me in my nuts a couple times, grabbed my ball sack, twisted it. But I ain't saying nothing. I kept going, man. I kept going, and I kept going. And they saw what I had in there, and they just wanted to bring me down. There was a little bitch sitting on the table too, right next to the mayor. I don't know his name, but he was trying to get me heated up. All the conditions were against me, but that's how I like it. I don't like the odds with me. I like the odds against me, And this time it's gonna be different. LBA 2 is gonna be different. It's going to be different. You're going to see a different animal, different breed. I heard they changed a couple stuff. They imported some new rings or whatever. I don't know what's going on down there. I know there's some construction going on down there, and I'm hoping it happens because I need better conditions to help me. But it's going to be a different fight. You're going to see a different animal in there. If y'all didn't like what you saw first fight, wait until you see second fight. Is all I'm going to say.
And Rick, how did you feel about the fight, the no contest with AT?
Well, if you want me to be honest, don't take this as anything crazy, AT Ross. I think because there was both sides on that fight. I was there. I watched the fight, like most of us. I think there was just maybe a lack of composure in those rounds. I think everybody was getting a little too worked up, and they weren't really keeping that composure on their swings there. What do you think about that?
Honestly, man, like I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I know myself real good, and I know I can keep myself composed. But it's just a matter of I know what I saw that night. I know what I saw. I know what I saw. I know how the people reacted when they saw how I came out. They didn't want me moving up too quick, so they had to hold me down. But guess what, man? I'm just coming back, and I'm coming back stronger. And this
I'm
right
go-
here, this fight right here, man. I'm sorry, Rich, but this fight right here is nothing to me. This is just gonna be a little fight for me to put in my highlights. But I got my eyes on the big prize. Keys, I'm coming for you. You know that.
AT, I'm going to put it out there. You were like a fucking animal, mate. It was vicious, brutal, scary. At times, I was covering my eyes, yeah. But at the same time, it was exciting. And that's what the LBA is all about. Donnie, do you feel like you're going to be able to deal with the animal that's going to come out that night? Like, how have you trained and prepared for this fight?
Listen, Rich, all I could do is go in there and do what I practice, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean house and move on to the next one. That's how I work. Go in there for the bag.
All for the bag.
Yeah, I'm not going to be grabbing any bags like the last fighter, but yeah, I'm going to be fighting for it. I'm going to come out on top like
Not bad, not bad at all. Now, if my understanding here, AT, you recently signed with a gym. What gym was that?
So I recently signed with Mr. Jay Guzman's gym, Knockout Fitness. Honestly, it's just a great environment. It's exactly what I needed. You know, ever since I moved out my mama house, I haven't really been getting the nutrition I need, honestly. I just been eating junk off the street, you know, burger shot and shit. So moved in that gym. They've been providing me with meal plans every day. They've been training us 3 times a day, one at 5 a.m., one at 11 a.m., and then one at 6 p.m. And then at 9 p.m., we get some imported females from Malaysia to jack us off before we go to bed.
Oh my god.
So it's a great it's a beautiful experience. It's honestly just getting me in the right, you know, state of mind. It's everything I need, honestly, you know. Going into this fight is just getting me focused. I've just been doing what I have to do, and this gym is just I feel like it's just elevating my potential. Shout out Mr. Jay Guzman. Shout out my coach Flames. Obviously, Flames is on the main card, but he's also been coaching me, helping me spar and all that good stuff. But honestly, it's just a matter of time till you know you see AT Ross as the main name in that gym.
That's brilliant. I just want to I want to hear Donnie. Donnie, if you had one piece of advice for AT coming into this fight, what would it be?
one piece of advice. I guess it would be protect your neck.
And AT, if same question to you, if you had a bit of advice for Donnie, what would it be?
Well, Rich, my advice for Donnie is a lot of people might expect me to say, Donnie, you know I love you, but hide your mama, because I'm coming for your mama, boy. I'm coming for that mama, boy.
Boy, you
Donnie.
better leave my mama out of this.
Oh, boy,
He's coming
I'm
for your
coming
mama.
for your mama, boy. I'm coming for Mrs. Jackson.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what to go off of that. I'm not talking about nobody's mama here though today.
All right. I think the last question I have for you, Donnie, is maybe the same question I asked Mr. Pax here, or I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I meant to say Mr. AT Ross. Last question I asked AT Ross here was his gym. What about your gym? how do you feel about your gym and the routine that they have for you leading up to this fight?
Yeah, sure, Rick. I've been blessed with the opportunity to be fighting at a Goodfellas gym, working along the sides of people like Mr. Bird, Johnny Bones, Tommy Longsocks, some good guys, some high quality fighters. And sparring sessions have been above par for sure. So I feel like I'm prepared for anything AT is going to throw at me, and I'm definitely going to come full force come fight night.
Perfect. Reg, do you have anything for these fellas?
No, I think to be honest, these guys are ready and just waiting to fight. I think the talking has been done, hasn't it, gentlemen? And we're just waiting now for an absolute spectacular fight tomorrow night.
All right. Well, I'd like to say, everybody, thank you for tuning in for this nice interview here between these two magnificent fighters, Mr. A.T. Ross, coming out of Knockout Fitness, and Mr. Donnie Pax, fighting out of Goodfellas Boxing Gym. Now, it's going to be a good fight. I think we can all agree. If you haven't gotten your tickets already, please stop by any restaurant around town. They have pre-ordered tickets that you can purchase. And don't forget about the betting. I know everybody's gonna want to put their money on maybe Mr. AT or Mr. Donnie Pax or even the main card fighters, any fighter. But I think it's gonna be a really good show, and well, these fellas aren't gonna let you down. Um, yeah. Rich, do you have anything before we close out the remarks?
No, tune in. Tune in. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a great fight. LBA 2, don't miss it.